It sounds like James Gunn is already facing an uphill battle when it comes to the DCU and what he is allowed and not allowed to do right now, because WB is allegedly setting itself up for a sale to Universal, which is impacting all decisions. So obviously we've talked about the fact that there's been multiple articles now, and more of the big trades out there are reporting that they believe Discovery bought WB to trim the fat, to set up a new future for WB and then offload them to the highest bidder. First, it was reported by Bloomberg, the CNBC, now Variety and Deadline and Hollywood Reporter have all jumped in on it, saying they're hearing the same thing, which means that sometime in the next 2 to 3 years, they're expecting a sale to be announced, and more than likely Universal taking it. The big thing here that we want to talk about is the reports that James Gunn is already facing some pushback from the people at WB who are signing off the checks saying, we can't spend that much, you can't do that, we can't greenlight all these projects, we can't put them all into production, because we're setting up an expansion to our studio foot space. Obviously, we talked about how much they're expanding over there in the UK, because this is all going to make us look better. So once we got a bunch of projects rolling, once everything looks like it's good to go ahead, once Superman makes us money, we can set up a handoff to the next person. They can just take over and continue what they're doing. So James Gunn, essentially, according to reports, is put into a position where they're just buying time. They're hoping to get 1 to 2 projects out in film form, have this sort of in place, show that DC is now on the right course, on the right direction to recovery, and then sell it off. Is this going to work? Maybe, maybe not. We could be here 2.5 years from now. Superman Legacy could be a $400 million disaster, and we're back to square one where DC is not viable. Now, I'm saying 400 million because a Superman film should not be making as much money as Eternals or Shang-Chi on their first round. It should be easily doubling them, right? So you guys understand how they're looking at this. There's a lot of weight put onto the shoulders of James Gunn and the DCU right now for the specific reason that a sale does look like is going to happen at some point down the road. And if these films fail, well, the value of all the assets sinks. This is the last-ditch effort for DC. So they got to make it look good.